Good morning, my friends. It is Vlogmas day 14. Cats are meowing to get into my room, but it's shut down right now. They do not go in there. My bedroom is closed to them. I'm starting out the day showing you the shelf in the elf that I talked about yesterday, and then my daughter plopped in the middle of the tree, telling her it looked really nice. But I didn't like the fact that she had separated all my Wizard of Oz ornaments, and she said they looked better moved around instead of all clumped up, because she said everyone knew it was Wizard of Oz. And she even took off the Santa that I had with the nativity scene and she put him over there. Okay. And so I guess she might be right. And she put the lion way down there. I guess she's right. They do look good that way. And then she said I had candy canes from the University of Texas. Those clumped together right there. I still do. Okay, she hasn't touched them. And I think she wants me to move those around. What do you think? You think that's a good idea? Anyway, I'm starting the day kind of hairy this morning, but I have to do some printing. I have to print a couple of labels, and I did grab a beautiful Christmas brooch this morning. This is the vintage, very heavy silver bells that I got from Anna at Vintage Jewelry Galore. And I'm going to wear it today on my denim vest. I really like it. I also grabbed some oil. I got some new oil. This is the jojoba or jojoba. You tell me how to pronounce it. I'm not sure, but I do like this one. I like the castor oil too, but this one is very nice. I'm just kind of experimenting on how to use it because I don't know if I should do it with my hair towel dried or 2 days later. I've tried it 2 days later and it really works nicely. So I'm going to do it kind of towel dried. By the time I get to, this is the picture I'm going to replace one of the ornaments. This is the picture that needs to go in one of the ornaments that matched this one, my son and my daughter. But hers broke and I'm so upset. I really should have gotten two matching ones, right? But then I hate getting rid of that one. But that's the one I'm going to use to put in those ceramic ornaments I bought yesterday. Anyway, what was I saying? So I'm going to try it today, putting the oil into a towel-dried hair instead. Okay, I hope nobody gets that picture. Robert has a habit of putting things away that he finds out of place, and then I can't find them. So I'm going to put it back in there. Well, I tried to add lights. I didn't really want to put it through this top because I'm going to redo this whole scenario here, this whole vignette. But I wanted it to go around my garland here on this mirror, but it only lit up halfway, so I have to do that again. I also want to purchase some garland for the balustrade, for the stair balustrade or whatever it's called up there. Have you seen my vintage? Like, this one is a vintage one. I love this one so much. And this is a snowman, and I also purchased one the other day. And I'll show you that in the next haul. This is really pretty. This, you hold it down, and it's Happy Holidays all over the wall and ceiling. Guess who's going to be late for work today? Just left the post office. Didn't mail any more Christmas cards today. I did make some envelopes though. Some of you may have gotten lucky enough to get some of my homemade envelopes. This one is so pretty. Look, it's made out of, this one's actually made out of cardstock. So I did make one out of this pretty little gingham, and it came out pretty straight. Some of my calendar ones may have come out a little crooked. If you got one, just know my intentions were good. And I showed, I'm gonna insert the footage here on how to do it. All right, quick tutorial here before we call it a day. My kids are gone from the classroom. I'm here 35 minutes after I should be gone, but I like to let the traffic die down, honestly, and then I take off. And I do a few things here. I have to go to the post office. I have to ship. So I'm making an envelope out of an old calendar, and as you can see, I scribbled all over this one. But this will go on the inside, so I don't think people will mind getting a beautiful envelope with this wonderful picture and a Bible verse on it. So you always want to determine how you're going to fold it to best maximize the graphics. And this is how I'm folding it in. You can also do it the long way, vertical, and for a longer type of card. And sometimes people make their own cards. I made my own cards. That's where I learned how to do a lot of this, what we used to call it mail art, because I belonged to a club and everything where we would exchange with people from all over the world, and it was so much fun. I was really, really into that kind of thing. Just don't have the time to do it very much anymore. But I thought it would be a good way to use some of my cards. I have as I showed you the other day, I have a huge collection of thrifted cards, vintage cards, and just cards that, you know, I love to send Christmas cards, get well cards, etc. So this one turned out pretty nice. Now I have to see if I have a card to put in there. This one turned out a little crooked. And it was a much bigger envelope, so I'm not sure if I'm going to send that one or not. But all I did, honestly, is take two envelopes apart. This was an envelope here. I stapled it. This one, I think I glued it or taped it to a harder material, or a stiffer, more substantial paper, which in this case was a manila folder. And that makes it much easier to hold it down and cut it out. So I was even doing the large one in here. I was turning it kind of this way, so the calendar is actually in a triangle or rhombus sort of shape as well. But then I had to trim some of the edges because it's not quite the exact size, but it still worked out. And the corners are the most important part right here, because that's the part that's going to be folded in. So you want to make sure you get that. And if you are kind of shaky, you might want to tape it down a little bit too, maybe just in the corner where it won't show, because you don't want to have any of the graphics stripped away. But as I said, this one was a little bit off in the size. And of course your larger calendars are even better. You could probably get 2 or 3 envelopes from those. And see right here, it ends in a square. Right here it ends in a square tip, so that one's kind of pointed. And I don't know, I don't think it'll hurt, but I will cut it down there. And this is the way it kind of turns out in a little rhombus shape. And then I'll determine which way to fold. Have the Bible verse in the back. So I love that. That was really a lot of fun to do. I had the kids make them too. They used manila folders. This one has a really nice, she did a great job on this one. She wrote Happy Holidays in the back. It's very thin, but she's got like confetti in it, so someone's gonna have a nice, messy greeting. I love hers. She's quite my artist, actually. She is my very gifted student. She can draw really well. She kind of did. It kind of reminded me of Peter Max. You may know already, but for those of you who don't. And I showed my para how to do it because I had the kids do it, and I lent her my little pattern, and she took it to her church group. She does youth ministry, and she said they loved it. They made cards and envelopes, and they really liked the idea of making cards out of old calendars or just beautiful scrap paper. So she said it was a big hit. That was really exciting. My eyes look red. I should have put lipstick on. I feel like my eyes are absolutely burning still. Sometimes I think it's because I wear my glasses too long. I did Robert fill up my Coke like halfway. And mostly with, there I go, looking at the glass half empty again. Gotta stop, right? I will. I will absolutely stop. The Coke looks absolutely fabulous. I like the crushed ice. I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm gonna enjoy the pizza. Whew. Also, I don't like drinking without a straw. Oh my gosh, I'm such a whiner. I'm sorry. Honey, did you bring me a straw? Do they have straws? Thank you so much. I know you hate straws, but I like straws.
What?
I said, I know you hate straws, but I like straws. You want to say hi to my vloggers?
No, people.
Vlog watchers? I'm going to turn it off for a little while so you can enjoy it. Then I'll come back and show you the pizza, okay?
Order pizza.
I'm sorry. And then I'll come back and show you the lasagna. I'm really impressed. The salad is super fresh. Love the way they cut the cucumber. And it's super fresh. It's not huge and not tiny. And everything is really fresh. Can't wait to show you the entree. But I will show you the menu because it's very interesting. I told Robert next time, since this is close to his work, he should bring me the meatballer, which is just the house-made meatballs covered in marinara and a pinch of Parmesan and served with garlic bread, as well as the spinach and artichoke salad, which really sounds good. I think it was a sub sandwich that sounds really good with goat cheese and pesto chicken. Thank you. Wow, that's a lot of lasagna. This is definitely going to come home with me for leftover for lunch tomorrow. That's Robert's spaghetti. Let's see your spaghetti, babe. Oh my goodness. That's a huge serving too. And he's already had the lasagna before. He said it's really good. So I'm going to dig in. This is a new place and it all looks really good. And I'm going to try it and see. And I'll let you know. Very nice, very good. All right. Wow, that was so amazing. That was a huge serving. I have enough left over for lunch tomorrow. Look at the size of that salad. And I totally ate almost half of that salad. Grab it.
Grab what?
Grab a bag and the picture frame that's back there. And you might even bring that skinny Santa back in. I changed my mind about him.
What about, is this one back too?
Yes, all that. The trunk, he was about to go to Goodwill, but I decided to keep him.